right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see everybody. Okay. Let me get my mantra cards. We're just gonna do like some mantras tonight. We're gonna do some high vibes, some affirmations. Hi, how are you, friend? Listen, it was spur of the moment. I didn't get home from work until, I don't know, like 9 o'clock. So, hi, friend, how are you? We're gonna pull some mantras, okay? We're gonna get some high vibes for the week, right? So, how is everybody? How is everybody? Did you guys watch your zodiacs on the talk? Because they were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Some really good energy coming in for Leo season. Hi, sweet friend. You guys don't forget to like, the live, leave some comments, throw some emojis in there, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Okay. I think when I get to 1,000 followers, I'm going to do a big giveaway. Okay. So, all right, let's get some mantras. Let's get a few mantras and let's see where the night takes us. Okay. Probably won't be too long because I got a really busy day tomorrow. All right, let's see. What do we want to talk about? What is our mantra? I experience once-in-a-lifetime opportunities multiple times a day. Look at that. That's freaking gorgeous, right? I experience once-in-a-lifetime opportunities multiple times a day. So listen, yeah, we have back to school, so I have lots of hair to do tomorrow. I touched my roots up though today, so they looking good, just in case my dream partner decides to come into my life, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, listen, I experience a once-in-a-lifetime opportunities multiple times a day. Hi, Tori. Welcome. Okay, listen, you want to know why these things are happening to you? Because you moved on from things that hurt you. You're no longer sitting in that energy of feeling like loss, okay? You are finding peace in your day-to-day life. You are finding contentment. You are seeing like the glass half full kind of thing, right? So listen, this is why you are getting these opportunities multiple times a day, because you're also sitting in that energy of the attitude of gratitude. You are expecting miracles. Hello. I freaking love that. Okay, listen, what else do they want to tell you? Listen, you guys are getting ready to step into some kind of new beginning. You're like ready for this like new adventure. This is why things are happening multiple times a day. You got that air of like freedom, adventure. You want to just like pack it up and go, right? So this is why you are also getting opportunities, because the universe sees that you're ready for these, right? The universe sees that you are ready. Okay, what else do they want to tell you? Let's see. Okay, so listen. If you still feel like you're not receiving these beautiful opportunities multiple times a day, you're going to have to get out of your head. They're self-imposed, okay? You're limiting yourself. It's time to break free from your limiting beliefs. It's time to break free from those negative thought patterns, because now maybe you're holding back because it's really normal for us to have like this fear of change, right? So I completely understand why you'd be sitting there, right? But the thing is, there is no limit, okay? There is no limit to the opportunities for you. We put limits there, okay? So it's time for you to pack that little bag, grab your little dog friend, right? And set out on an adventure. I'm gonna get one more though. And then we'll find a new one. Okay, there's 2 cards. Okay, listen. Okay, put this behind. One, change is happening whether you like it or not, okay? Shift or be shifted, because honey, look at this. You're going into that 9 of Pentacles. You're about to be rewarded for that change in mindset, for that change in direction, for all the work that you have put in. This is rewards for your effort. This is you taking control of whatever this change is and running with it, right? You are finding that you've done the work. You're about to get into that, like, I can sit pretty energy, right? How freaking beautiful is that? I love it. Okay, so let's see what other mantra wants to come out. I mean, I'm here for it, right? Yeah, there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of things right now. And I think that's part of the reason why, like, I mean, I wasn't going to get on tonight. And then I had an emergency reading come through. So then I was like, well, if I'm already going to be over there, I might as well just pop on by, right? Okay, so listen, let's get another mantra. What do we got? Ooh, you got a couple of them. Okay, so it's about love. Okay, it's about love. I feel safe receiving love. And the person of my dreams is already dreaming of me. I mean, hello. So this is beautiful, right? So let's talk about this. Okay, let's talk about, you know, this being safe in receiving love. Again, a lot of us have had a lot of things in our past that has kind of put that wall up, kind of put that barrier up, right? But it's safe for you to receive love. It's safe for you to let that guard down. We have the person of my dreams is already dreaming of me. Like, how freaking beautiful is that, right? Let's talk about it. Oh my God, look at you, magicians. Look at you. This is beautiful. So listen, you are bringing in exactly what you want. You are manifesting this beautiful new love situation, right? So it's like you can see what you want and you're going for it. Okay, hold on. I got to block some people. All right, here we go. Listen. Here we go. There we go. Okay, listen. I'm gonna drop. I figured out how to make a moderator. Hold on, you know. Oh my God! Like, look at all this crazy. Here we go. Okay, Hannah, I just put you as a moderator so that we don't have to have the negativity in here. Tori, where are you? Hold on now, kids. We gotta keep it light and loving in here. We don't need all this wildness. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add you too, Tori. Okay. All right, here we go, you guys. So let's talk. Let's talk about this love situation. You guys are coming in as the beautiful magician. Honestly, it's like this is what you've been manifesting. This is what you have set as your desire. And you realize like you have the ability to bring in exactly what it is that you want. And the one that came out with it, wish come true. Like, how beautiful is that? P.S. You guys, my people, the people that are angry at me are really at it. So, yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. But yeah, the energy is thick. So, I feel safe receiving love because it is safe for you to receive that love. because you are now ready to drop those walls that you have put around your heart. You have been doing so much work, you know, and the person that you were thinking of, and if you don't have somebody that you were thinking of, there is somebody new, right? There you have somebody that's coming in here that is a vibrational match. Okay, so whether it is somebody that you currently know, or because you've done the work, because you are now sitting in this beautiful vibration, you're going to find the person that is perfectly meant for you, right? So that's freaking beautiful. Let me get one more now. Let me get one more. Yes. A lot of you are going on this new adventure within love because you're ready. You know, some of you are taking that beautiful leap of faith. And it's going to pay off, right? Because right now, and the thing is like, if you look back in the past, right? You look back in the past and we see, you know, relationship after relationship that may have gone awry. Well, part of that was because of your vibration. You know, part of that was because of my vibration. I was finding partners that were at the same vibrational match that I was. So if I was unhealed, so were they, right? So it's not to say that these people from the past can't come back. It's just saying, like, when they do, they have to be a vibrational match for you, okay? Listen, I got my guardian angel on over here. It's been a day, you guys. I have 2 cats underneath my chair right now. And they only ever do that when there's something nasty in the air. So it's been real heavy. Okay, let's get you another mantra. Ooh, I don't search for love. Love searches for me. And that's the truth, you guys. You don't search. You're now in the energy of attracting. And, you know, part of the reason why we had relationships, all of us, we had relationships that went awry was because we were chasing things. Like, that's not the right energy. We need to attract, you know, like attracts like, you know. So if you're chasing, there's a dependency there. There's a codependency in that relationship. Whereas if you are sitting here and attracting, totally different energy, right? Okay, so what do I want to tell you? And then I've got a couple other things we'll do. So the universe, show me how it gets better. The universe bends to my desires. Nothing is out of reach for me. Okay, and that's it. Right? Yeah, we've all had some wildness, right? But now it's time for the universe to show you how it gets better. Why? Because you asked. You started to get focused on what it was that you want, and now the universe wants to reach it out to you, right? And the thing, too, is the universe doesn't have a budget. God doesn't have a budget, you know? Like, we have to become very clear in what we want. And when we become clear, it's easier for us to see what we receive, right? Because if we're just vague, anything can happen. Universe, show me how it gets better. Let's talk about it. Show me how it gets better. Okay, yeah. Listen, you're getting some opportunities here. Okay, there are opportunities. You're following some kind of creative lead, or you're listening to that, like, that intuition, that creative idea that's coming in, right? You're following your passions. You're following this gut. You know, where are you leading me? You're letting the universe know, you know, you're ready to embrace something new, a new journey. And that's why, like, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to what you all of a sudden are passionate about, because oftentimes this is what leads you to something better, right? What else do they want to tell you? Yes. Okay, 1, because you learned to let go of things that were empty, you are now creating beauty and abundance all around you. Okay, so you were able to walk away from things that were not meant for you. You were able to leave things behind, you know, that were negative in your life. You know, this is like maybe you left illusions, confusions, right? But you left behind things that no longer resonated with your energy. And now it's time for you to sit in that divine feminine energy of receiving. Whatever it is that you are creating, it brings in beauty. It brings in abundance. It brings in like security and stability, right? You are now sitting in the energy of abundance, happiness, wealth, health, joy, all of the things, right? So this is freaking beautiful energy. Universe bends to my desires. Nothing is out of reach. Okay, listen. Okay, you got to let go of these unhealthy attachments. Okay, so this is, to me, this is you actually putting limits on what it is you're asking for. You feel like there are limitations, and the universe is telling you, honey, there isn't. There's no limitations. You know, we have to let go of those limiting beliefs. We have to, you know, you're not trapped, right? You can let yourself out. But the thing is like what this says, nothing is out of reach for me. You're still, some of us are still in that limited mindset. So it's time for you to let that go. The universe bends to my desires. Nothing is out of reach for me. Is that in love? Is that in a partnership? Is that in a close friendship? Is this you finding balance in maybe your career? You know, is this you finding like financial partners for work? Whatever this is, you know, you are embracing the idea of a partnership that brings in a lot of joy, happiness, and harmony in your life, right? Lots of deep, meaningful connections. Let's see. Yeah. So this, some of you may be in denial. You know, maybe you really don't believe that the universe is giving you unlimited resources. You know, some of you feel like you're stuck. The thing is you have to choose to move forward. You have to make that decision to move forward. You know, none of you are stuck. You know, I think like the biggest thing with this is indecision. You know, indecision will make you sit still, you know, and we can't do that. We need to move. So there is the idea of actually making a decision. What is it that I truly want? And let's go for it. Take that first step, right? Because it leads to happiness. It leads to, you know, like I said, whether this is like community, you coming together with people, right? Because Four of Wands can be a community where you feel like you truly belong. This could be you finding celebrations in every day. This could be reunions. This can be, oh, my ears are going crazy. This could be parties. This could be gatherings. Like this is something where you truly feel at home. You feel at home. This is celebration. This is security. This is stability, right? You're able to celebrate with loved ones. You're able to celebrate with others, right? No, and we're not going to turn back, right? We're not going to turn back. I'm going to get my little focus mitt. We're not going to turn back. We have come too far not to see this through. Regardless of what the obstacles are that we face on a daily basis, we have to trust that the universe will show us how it gets better. We have to trust that the universe bends to your desires. Nothing is out of reach, but we have to believe that. We have to know there are no limitations on where you can go and what you can do. We put them there. You know, sometimes you do have people that do put some obstacles, but the thing is, it's not going to be there forever. We have to keep pushing forward with that trust, with that surrender, with, you know, all of that, right? Opportunities are handed to me, which I freaking love. I am a living testament that miracles exist. Like, that is probably one of my favorites, right? Because that just tells you to expect miracles. Your stories about miracles are going to help other people believe in miracles. They're going to help other people feel empowered. They're going to help other people feel like they can do this too, you know? And that's why these miracles exist. I'm going to get one more, and then I've got a couple other things we got. My existence pays for itself, you know? And it does. It truly does. And we have to believe that, right? One, you're following your heart. You know, you're following your heart. You're now sitting in that energy of, it's safe for me to listen to my intuition. I can follow my heart, right? And that's a beautiful energy to be in. That just means that you now value yourself. You value your opinions. You value the direction that you want to go, right? And I think that's absolutely gorgeous. My existence pays for itself. Listen, look at this. This is the divine reaching out to you and giving you a new beginning that is full of love, harmony, compassion, peace. You know, if you've been struggling with stability, right? Finances, or just feeling like everything is stable, like this is the divine that's reaching out and they want to pour into you so much. Okay? You have desperately been working towards this inner peace. Yeah, I sure can. So we can definitely work for this. You know, the divine has seen you work, and now it's time for them to reach out. Through them, you're going to find, you know, I would say, better understanding of your intuition. Your heart is now ready to be open and to receive. You're sitting in an energy of compassion. You're sitting in an energy of love. And because of that, it opens more doors, right? It opens opportunities for you. All right, so what else do they want? Stop being afraid of love. Thanks, Hannah. Let me put you down before I forget. You know I'm a train wreck. So you guys, you are sitting in the energy of, and I'm going to show you. Your existence pays for itself, okay? We have the soulmate card. What's it telling us there? Let's find out. They're telling you this is about doubt. The devil's about doubt. Okay, some of you are doubting that you have or are afraid of this love or this partnership or joining forces with somebody, right? So some of you are doubting that this is possible. You know, the thing is, oh yeah, exactly. You know, honestly, take charge. Okay, it's you that is stepping into that energy of bossing up, right? And this is why opportunities are opening for you, that your existence pays for itself. Because look, the divine wants to pour into you. This is generosity. This is giving. This is receiving. And look at that. That's what you're meant to have. You're meant to have this beautiful 10 of Pentacles. This beautiful 10 of Pentacles, this is like a stable home. This is an amazing family life. This is like a windfall of money. This is what you need in order for you to feel safe and secure. You know, I know a lot of us, especially this time where we are right now, so many of us are struggling financially. It's hard for us to constantly believe that this is possible, but we also can't sit in the energy of giving up. We have to understand our existence pays for itself. God, the universe, your angels, you will be provided for because you've been doing this work. So we need to let go of that doubt. We need to let go of that fear, and we just need to keep pushing forward. I mean, do everything that you need to do. We can't just sit back and wait but we have to put ourselves out there in order to receive this, right? Which is beautiful, by the way. I mean, I just love that we have been doing this work, you know, as a collective in general. Like, we have so many people who are awakening to the idea of more, the idea of better, the idea of growth, the idea of healing. And because of that, it doesn't go unnoticed, you know? And that's where the divine wants to pour into you so much. Hannah, just give me 1 second, okay? And then we will do yours. They had me pull out Raise Your Vibration tonight, which I love this. I haven't used this in a while. So let's just see, how can we raise our vibration? And that is an amazing point of view to be in, right? So it's happening, and things are going to happen at the most perfect opportune time. That's what we have to believe. If you don't have it yet, it's because it's not ready. Facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. And that's what I just was saying. It's like more and more people are awakening to the idea of healing. They're awakening to facing what is constantly causing these cycles to go over and over again, these internal traumas. The more that we face our shadows, the more light we actually bring to the world. 11, 11. I love it. So it's so important for you to face your shadows, because it starts removing that from the rest of like our community, right? Okay, listen. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it is safe for you to shine. You guys are meant to be these beautiful lights in the world. It is safe for you to shine. Do not hide your beautiful light out of fear. Don't do it. Don't freaking do it, right? And we're meant to choose kindness. Again, green, that's our heart space. Open that heart. Choose kindness. Choose compassion. You know, I don't know whose reading it was earlier today, but it was something about that, right? Where we have to choose kindness. We have to choose to come to light. It might have been a personal I did, but we have to choose to come to life with compassion. Even though, you know, you feel a little off. Hey, foodie. I like food. But listen, even though something may feel a little off, even though something may feel a little negative, it's our choice how we respond to that situation. If people are rude, if people are mean, if people want to cut you down, that is a projection on them. It's not you. So we have to keep that in mind as well, right? All right. Now, you know what? Last night we did not get a chance to do that Phoenix Rising, so we're going to do that tonight. First, I'm going to do Hannah. Hannah, what's your question, friend? Let me get a sip of my electrolyte drink, because I don't drink enough water while I'm at work. But we're going to do a Phoenix Rising, and then I've got a couple other things for us, too. So, what is happening with this freaking hair? Okay. What does August look like for me in love? All right, let's see what decks. Not that one. This one. Okay. This one. No. This one. This one. Anything else? Okay. Okay, friend, here we go. Hello and welcome. Welcome to everybody who has joined us. Say hi to the group. This is an amazing group. You're going to love them. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to shuffle real quick. Hannah, love. Let's see. I'm hoping your person gets it together, to be honest with you. I really do. I hope they get it together. All right, let me get these two decks here, and then we'll get started. I feel like there's a lot of things shifting right now. I feel, and we talked about this a long time ago, that I feel that the Leo season, you know, that July, August is going to be significant. I want to say July, August, September, right? We've said that for quite some time now because there's like a major energy shift going on right now, especially in the collective. I do feel like a lot of people are awakening to things, you know? So I definitely, I feel like there's a lot of change. A lot of change. Okay, let me see which one they want to start with. Okay, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. Let me move these around so I know what order I'm doing. Okay. So, let's see. Hannah, August, and love. What do they want to tell us? This is amazing, Hannah. Look at this. First card out, Archangel Gabriel. One, this situation is highly protected. Two, Archangel Gabriel is the deliverer of good news, okay? And also wards off evil. So very protective, and good news is here, okay? So we have protection, we have good news. So maybe you want to talk a little bit more to Archangel Gabriel. Yeah. You got a lot of divine assistance here, okay? Oh, good. Yeah, you know, the angels are the best, really, right? So you have the divine is stepping in. Your ancestors, your angels are helping to bring this together, okay? So let me see where this is going. One more. I think your person... Okay, so listen. You know how we've been saying, like, your person may be going through something right now, okay? So we have the angels here. We have angel assistance. We have ancestors assisting. We have, you know, all of this going on. We have somebody who may be going through something, and while they're angry, while they are upset, it's hard for them to see the truth, to see, you know, when they calm down, this is when clarity comes, right? So they're saying your person actually is going through some kind of enlightenment here, and they are hearing something, especially with that intuition. But it's taken them a minute because whatever was going on, it's like if everything is boiling and everything's going like chaotic, that's what they were seeing. So it's almost like we have somebody who, as everything starts calming down, which, you know, you have angels here helping this situation, you have somebody that's going through a enlightenment, an awakening, right? And now they're starting that intuition, that clarity is kicking in. Oh, listen, that's not supposed to be in here, but we're going to take it anyway. Yeah, your person is going through that ending. Your person is completing that cycle, and that's what these angels are here for. They're here to point them in the right direction. They're here to help them through this cycle. So that's what's going on over there. Now, yeah. And it's like we have somebody who has watched, you know, that glow up. We have somebody who is looking at you as this nurturing, kind, you know, there's growth with you. Whereas with the other one, probably not. And listen, you can lead a horse to water, but we can't make it drink. So now it's time for this person. We're waiting on this person to take action. Okay. Now let's see, where do they want to go with this? So we have somebody who is being divinely guided. We have somebody who is being helped to close out a cycle, okay? Which we get this almost every time you ask. Like, there is some kind of ending, some kind of betrayal, some kind of completion of that cycle going on over there. Okay, so what else do they want to tell you? All right, what does Hannah need to know for her greatest and highest good in love for August? Oh, let's see. Somebody does want to heal something. Okay, yeah, okay. So this person in the past feels like they put you as an option. Okay, this person feels like they may have put you as an option. They may have strung you along, or you know, they didn't put their all in. And why is that? Because this person wore a mask. This person didn't feel like they were actually enough for you. This person is coming in with like a fear of intimacy, of like ego. There's fear here because they honestly do not believe they are good enough, and that's the mask that they decided they didn't want to share their true feelings with you. But now with this situation, this is falling on that third eye. Their intuition is leading them to want to heal, to want change, right? To things are coming to light that this person is seeing they need change. Yeah. That girl with the snake, honey, this is what is ending. Okay, so you definitely have somebody who is learning boundaries. They are going through like a heartbreak right now, right? They know they have a soul connection with you. Okay, so we have, you know, our soulmates, but this person does have some stuff that they're dealing with. Hence, this is going on that 10 of Swords. One more, they said. Yeah, this person, they didn't receive what they needed from that other person, right? So this person did not receive what they needed, and that's why they're now looking at you, at your glow up, at how much everything grows around you. So we're waiting on this person to take this lead. You're gonna get some kind of truth and clarity here. So let's pull some tarot on it, and then I've got a couple words they want to tell you. I think like lately we have been getting that 10 of Swords in your reading for a while now. I do like that Archangel Gabriel is here, and I do really like that there is some, you know, your ancestors, your guides, your angels are helping this. Yeah, this person wants to reach out. Okay, you have somebody who wants to reach out. This is somebody who this is Taurus energy as well. So it's like, again, somebody is learning their worth. Somebody is realizing that you gave a lot to this person, and now it's their turn to give back to you, right? Their soulmate. So this is definitely like you know, a spiritual connection, somebody who wants reconciliation, right? But they're in their head. Okay, this is your person's issue, is they generally overthink a lot of things, right? So you have somebody, but they are raising their vibration. Again, it's that enlightenment, because this is falling on that card. You know, this person is choosing to raise their vibration. So to me, that's healing, right? That's been illuminated to them. You know, and again, like, that's Leo. So is it happening during Leo season? You know, I think you'll hear from them. Yeah, as I say that. Yeah, there's a message that's coming towards you. This is like a message with emotion, with love. You know, there's something emotional here. This is going to surprise you. There is a surprise here. Yeah. And honestly, things ended over there because there's just conflict. Okay, this is like, I feel like they, with this Four of Cups energy, there was just unhappiness. There's things that just didn't work, right? Bottom of the deck, they're very focused. Okay, this is Eight of Pentacles. It's like they're working on themselves. This person really is dedicated to, I want to say, working on I really do feel like they are working on themselves, because like this not enough, and then this Taurus energy, right? And this bold moves with Leo. These, I do feel like the Eight of Pentacles is them trying to like master their emotions, or you know, something like that. But yeah, there is Six of Swords. You have somebody that is moving on. Okay, we do. We have somebody who is moving away from things that do not suit them. They're putting that baggage down. And for you, you just need to trust your intuition as to what is happening. All right, let me get a couple things that they want to say to you. Sorry, just hit my stand. So I feel like Leo season is going to be a good one. So this person, there's been gossip. Okay, so maybe the person they were with were speaking about you, right? There's something about people talking about you or your relationship, and maybe this is part of what this person saw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that envy, that jealousy, that weirdness, and that kind of highlights who you actually are, right? And what this other person may have been like, right? There's something about gossip. This person's very thankful for you. They're thankful for all the things you did to them, with them, for them. They're paying attention to patterns. Okay, so what I'm getting with that, like with this gossip, I really feel like maybe the person they were with is a lot of talk, right? Maybe they're a lot of talk, and your person is now putting the patterns together of who they are actually thankful for, right? So then you have somebody that is they know they made the wrong choice. Okay, they know that they made the wrong choice, and they want forever with you. They want to grow old with you. They didn't see you for who you were. They only saw what they wanted to see. I'm sorry for not seeing your worth. And that's where they are. Like, this person is definitely growing. You know, there's growth here. They want to come out of their comfort zone. Okay? So that's where you are. This person definitely, with that yellow, they're taking that, they're growing, you know, they're stepping into that courage, this confidence, right? So that's a really nice energy. I think your person is putting things together, right? With that King of Swords energy too, that's like a lot in their head. But it's like they're putting things together, like what's working, what's not working. And again, it's that you can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink. Yeah, just be patient. But I do feel like you're gonna get something soon, right? I mean, we keep getting the same things over and over again. And then you do have truth and clarity. There's going to be some kind of revelation that comes out here. I do like the energy of them choosing a higher vibration, right? But there is there's movement, which is good. There is movement, you know, and we get this each and every time. It's coming. It's coming. And it's the same thing. Like, this person didn't feel like they were enough. You know, this person really has lacked confidence in themselves. So I do think that work that they are doing, it feels like they're doing stuff to help them, right? Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, that Eight of Pentacles, I think it's like, you know, them working on themselves. Because their ultimate goal is not going to be to stay there with that Ten of Swords. But yeah, the first card out with the tarot is, I mean, it's them wanting to reach out to you. So hold tight, because I do feel like things are moving. It's just a matter of when. And again, it's like it's this person that has to close that cycle. That's why the angels are here. But you do have good news coming. So the angels are here. And I think too, you know how we often say, like, if we need help, if we need confidence, if we need courage, we need to ask our angels for help with that, because they want to help us. So I think that's why they're around. Bless it. Bless it. I'm sorry it's been hard. You know, it is a difficult situation. I know a lot of you are in that same boat. You know, it is hard. It is very difficult to be patient when you want something so much. But the only thing that I can say is, you know, the right things will happen at the right time. And if we truly believe that, and you surrender it to God, the universe, the angels, all of a sudden you're not carrying that burden by yourself, right? You trust, you believe that this will come in. And when you believe that this is coming in, it will come in at the most perfect time. And we want this person to take time to heal. You don't want to have somebody back that's still messed up from something else, right? You want to have this person come back to you whole, just as you've been working on yourself, you know? So we want that. As difficult as it is for us to wait, we do want we want a good, happy, healthy relationship where you guys are on the same vibration and the same ideas, right? That's what we truly want. And so it does take a minute, but it is worth it in the end, right? So you got this. I think, and honestly, it feels like a good energy. Like, it feels like there's movement. They are overthinking a few things, but I mean, who wouldn't though, right? After so much time has gone by, it's difficult. You got it. You got this. Poor, you know, it's just, I know everybody's been waiting for their people. Yes. And that's it. Is all we can do is pray. All we can do is offer it. All we can do is surrender, because we and you know, half this battle is trusting, and you guys finding that wholeness within yourself, you know, and that's part of the battle as well. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Okay, what was the other one they wanted me to do? Hold on. There's something else. Oh, okay. I think we'll just do a little vibe check here, and then we'll get you some affirmations too. But hang tight, you guys. Trust, believe, hold on to this, right? Personal questions. You guys are welcome to send over a request on Hipsy. And then, yeah, there's a message coming towards somebody. Somebody is finding the courage to overcome these, you know, obstacles. Okay, so let's see. I am not alone. Exactly. Like, there are angels. There are people, places, things. There are, you know, these entities, these energies that are really helping someone to become bold enough to share some kind of message. 6 months, huh? You know, it's a long time. I've talked to people that have been separated from their people for years, you know, and they still hold on. They still hold on. Oh, yeah, we have to do the Phoenix. You're right. All right, let's see this first. Thanks for reminding me. It's been a long day. Oh, look. So, God, the universe, the angels, they want you to celebrate yourself. And I got this message earlier too. Like, people are not, you guys need to take a moment to look at how far you have come. Okay? So, it's like, and I'll tell you too, like, the energy is weird, especially right now with this Mercury in retrograde and everything else, right? a lot of things surface, a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, a lot of things. So you're in a difficult energy right now. We are in a state of learning lessons, revisiting things. So there is a heaviness to it. But you guys have to realize how far you have come. You know, you've done so much work, and really and truly, like, the divine wants you to take time to celebrate. Celebrate your unique self. Celebrate where you are right now. Celebrate how far you've come and the work you've done, right? Because that full moon, that's illuminating all of this, all of the things you've done. And it's time. It's time for you to celebrate, right? All right, let's see. Yeah, look at this is you embracing that transformation. They're like, bitch, do that Phoenix rising. Even the cards are like, hey, you forgot something. I did. You're right. You're right. But it is. You guys have really come from the darkness. You guys have come from the ashes, and you are rising. You are rising above all of those obstacles, all of that pain, all of that heartbreak, all of our past traumas. You are rising. I'm gonna get one more, and then I'll do the Phoenix rising. Thank you. Yeah, this is just what I said. Surrender to the flow, and that's it. All of a sudden, things become lighter when you can surrender it. It's no longer you on your own, but it's you co-creating with God, the universe, the angels, source, oneness of all, right? It's you now moving like there is no weight. Exactly. I'm not allowed to play a lot of music on the tube, you know, so yeah, she'll be on shortly. And that's it. I am inviting in divine rest. And when you invite the divine in, you are able to rest, right? You're able to rest. When you invite the divine in and you surrender, all of a sudden you're able to find that peace and that rest. Okay, let me get my cards. Let's do a little Phoenix rising, right? Okay, what cards do we want? These ones? Okay. All right, let me give them a shuffle. Even the cards are like, you forgot something. I did. It's been a long day. I had to take a Benadryl earlier because I was doing yard work yesterday, and I'm allergic. You know, you got a pedicure today. That's amazing. You should celebrate that. But yeah, I had to take some Benadryl because I'm allergic to grass, but I'm still out there anyway. Part of it. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about your old self. What is that energy? Where were we? Okay, let's see. What was that energy? Our old self. So a lot of you oh my god, that's funny. Okay, you guys are definitely ready to move forward, okay? We're sitting here, you're like, I'm ready to move forward. I don't really want to do this old self, okay? But I think your old self was honestly, you were looking for progress. You were looking for growth. You were looking to invest your time and energy into something, but it's almost like you didn't know what that something was, right? You knew you wanted movement. You knew you wanted change, but you didn't know what that meant, right? Okay. So for some of you, you know, maybe this change, you know, we have the Lovers in reverse. So this old self, you know, there were imbalances. You know, you had issues with detachment. You know, maybe you made bad choices, indecision, right? And that's why, I mean, there's like all of these. And I think like some of us were like real scattered, right? We had just so many things. We couldn't put it all together. Our energy was everywhere, you know, and this is where that imbalance comes from, right? Okay, old self. Yeah. And this is where we were, right? We kind of We allowed people to put these swords in our back. We got to the point of exhaustion. We felt like everywhere we looked were dead ends. You know, there was just either we felt like a failure or things were failing around us. Okay, so our old self, you know, a lot of us may have been scattered. Our energy was everywhere and anywhere, right? There was internal conflicts, you know, that kind of thing. But let's take a look at like this new self, right? Balanced, a heck of a lot more balanced. You know, a lot of you are sitting in the energy of holding yourself accountable, right? You are holding yourself accountable for what it is you want. You're realizing that you have the ability to create, you know, harmony, to create, you know, I want to say balance, you know, because the scales of justice, you have the ability to create that balance in your life. You know, justice is also you sitting in your own truth and honesty. Like you're learning who you truly are, what you truly want, how balance is going to come back into your life, you know. Oh, I love it. And you guys have been creating this, right? You guys have been working diligently, steadily on making plans. You know, maybe you've been learning things about how to ground these ideas. You know, you have become more dependable with yourself, right? You're no longer this scattered energy. It's like you're eager, you're open, you know, to learn new things so you can take on a new opportunity or new adventure. Whereas before, I feel like we were just scattered. You know, we kind of sat back in that energy, well, it's going to fail, so you don't take any action. Or we have this like indecision, right? So now you're coming in and you're sitting in the energy of honesty and truth, integrity, and balance. You're now looking at how can I create this? What do I need to learn? You know, I want this new opportunity. How can I make it happen? You're in that manifestation mode. Well, if you're in that manifestation mode, honey, this isn't even here, right? We have to let go of that in order to be in this true manifestation mode. We have to raise that vibration. We have to look at things with optimism. And now you're like so curious, you know, about what's to come. Again, you know, page energy is kind of, you know, it's excitement, you know, it's like, think back when you were like a teenager, right? You're like super excited about life. This is kind of where this energy is. You're like, oh my God, I gotta put my yellow boots on and really dive in there. You know, you're getting these like new ideas that you want to explore, and you're no longer sitting in indecision, but you're going for it, which is absolutely beautiful. So let's talk about like, how do we bring these together, right? Truth, you know, we have this Ace of Swords, and you know, this is like really listening to those inspirations, really focusing on what it is that you truly want. Again, these manifestations, and knowing that it's possible, knowing that there's a breakthrough that can come from this. If we really focus that energy, we really concentrate, you know, these ideas that you're super excited about, these skills that you are learning, you know, really can balance things out for you. Yeah. And honestly, it's you learning how to balance. It's you learning how to multitask. It's you learning that you are actually very resourceful. You know, at one point you were sitting here lost. You know, lots of things falling apart, lots of things crumbling. And then with this Two of Pentacles, you're learning how to be more flexible. You're learning how to really find that balance within, right? And I do feel like over here with this scattered energy, we had a hard time focusing. We had a hard time, you know, really adapting to whatever these changes were. And now you're finding, if you're more flexible, you can adapt. You know, you can they're saying the word pivot, but you can pivot. Yeah. And you're learning how to release that fear. You're learning how to release that anxiety. You're learning how to release, you know, that feeling of despair or loneliness or darkness. And it's really putting you in the energy of wanting to move forward. Now, challenges. What are the challenges? Planning. Oh, you know, and that's the thing. Sometimes, especially when you guys are, and I'm speaking from example, like I have so many pots on the stove, okay? I have so many things going on in my life, and there are times that I get that overwhelmed paralysis, right? It's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me to see what is the thing I need to focus on. Sometimes it's hard for me to decide which action to take first, right? So, because like I'm constantly putting fires out with my son's stuff. I'm constantly having to decide, okay, do I pull this? Do I do that? Do I put him here? What paperwork? I have an application for something that I need for him that is probably about 250 pages long. That's going to take me like 8 hours to fill out. And I have to decide, like, is that today? Like, do I have that time? Like, but I need to. So I run into this issue. You know, challenge for me sometimes is planning, focusing on what I need to do in the now, right? So it's like, in order for sometimes we just need to take that first step. Just start it. Just freaking start it, you know? And that's where you hold what you want. You hold the world in your hands. But we have to make the decision to take that step and to focus, you know? And it's hard, especially when we are everywhere, you know. To me, when I'm looking at this is like scattered energy, right? There's just so much energy moving around. There's so many moving pieces. It's sometimes hard for us to take that first step and to really sit and focus and plan. The other thing that, you know, you may be having a hard time or a challenge with is receiving. You know, is your heart ready to receive? You know, are you sitting in the energy of abundance and prosperity? Because if you're not even going to see this opportunity. You're not even going to see this opportunity if you're not sitting in the right mindset. The divine has something specific for you. A specific opportunity, a path that is opening. But if you're not sitting in the right energy, you will not see this. And that's why we have to learn to move beyond fear, to move beyond anxiety. We replace those emotions, those feelings with hope, with excitement, with love, with compassion, with forgiveness. And that's when you put yourself in that energetic match to what the divine has handpicked for you. So it's easier for you to see that friggin' path that opened, right? Otherwise, we're sitting out here looking at, what in the hell are we doing, right? You're like, I know I'm supposed to go somewhere. I'm looking at this friggin' globe, but I'm not sure. Like, not sure where I'm going, right? But the other thing, again, with this Knight of Pentacles energy, it's coming up with a routine. You know, I think this is like coming up with a practical approach, coming up with some kind of routine. I mean, this is like Virgo energy, you know. Where's Miss Vivian when we need her? Because, I mean, that's our Virgo right there. She loved to plan, you know. And this is us. Like, sometimes our challenge is planning. You know, I won't say that it's like hard work, right? Your challenge isn't hard work, but I think it's putting what you've been working on to a practical approach, to really be committed to a routine that helps you bring all this together. So what is the reward that's waiting for you? Isn't that the question? Victory. This is like you know, enjoying your success, enjoying what you have been working on. This is you just realizing like your hard work and your perseverance has finally paid off. You know, you will be recognized by God, the universe, the angels, the divine, you know, whoever else. You're going to be recognized for that hard work you put in. This is what's waiting, right? So you have some kind of major win in your life, but we have to be consistent and we have to plan, right? Planning seems to be the key. Because, honey, you got money coming, okay? You got money. I mean, this is like divine. This is divine generosity. This is like, if you've been looking for a loan for your business, this is like money coming to you, being approved. And maybe this is somebody reaching out and helping you with something. You know, this is like a reciprocal, energetic, you know, support, right? So it's like, could be generosity, could be charity, but it's like an equal give and take, right? So, I mean, you have money. You have things coming in for you, you know, and this is something that is going to, you're going to be able to feel like you're sitting in that energy of abundance, of generosity. And the other side of that, what we talk about a lot too, is like, why do you have this big victory? Why do you have this generosity that's coming towards you? Because the divine knows that you're going to use it in a wise way. That you, because people were generous with you, you're going to be generous with others. So when people help you, you now help others, you know? So I do feel like a lot, and that's probably too why, like, I don't feel like this is a little bit. We got a lot of pentacles out here, okay? You've got the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, you know, Six of Pentacles. There's a lot of pentacles out here. So there's a lot of energy moving towards you. There's a lot of, it looks like pentacles moving towards you. So what you receive, the divine knows that you're going to do something really good with it. You know, the other thing that comes for you, what other reward is waiting for you, is the chance for you to rest. You know, when you're over here, part of your challenge was, you know, being up. Part of your challenge was, you know, sleepless nights, having that fear, having that anxiety. But now you're sitting in an energy where you feel taken care of, where you feel safe, where you feel secure, where you are now in some kind of routine. So you can sit back and it's time for you to rejuvenate, right? Did you send over a Hipsy? Because I didn't see it if you did. So, you're in the energy of being able to rest, relax, and recover, right? So, again, celebration. But here's the thing. You have to choose to move. You have to choose to take yourself out of that stalemate. You have to choose to move. You know, you have to choose to take action on what it is that you want, right? So that is beautiful energy. You know, it's time for us to get organized. It's time for us to take action on these divine ideas, on these inspirations that we have received, right? How can we make this happen and start working on it? Which is absolutely beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to get you a couple affirmations and I'm going to hop off of here. If anybody has any requests, you are welcome to send over a Hipsy, or I will catch you on the next one. All right, listen, let's see. I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. Okay, and that's it. Is like, you guys are realizing like how interconnected you are with everybody. So the energy that you give will be the energy that you receive. And like more and more people are becoming aware of that, right? The energy that we give people will be the energy we receive. Maybe not from that person, but from the whole, right? I accept all that I have created for myself, my past and my present. I am willing to allow my future to happen. And that's it. I am allowing my future to happen, right? And that's where we are. We have created this. Yes, that's my past. Yes, this is my present. And the future we are allowing to happen because you trust. You trust God, the universe, the angels. There is no problem too big or too small that cannot be resolved with love. How beautiful is that? Somebody may get some flowers. Just saying. There is no problem too big or too small that cannot be solved with love. And that's part of your awakening. Part of your journey is learning that unconditional love for yourself, but for everybody, coming to life with love in our hearts. All of a sudden, things are not as crazy. I am safe and secure in my world. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's why you guys have all these beautiful angels around you. I relax all my neck muscles and I let go of tension in my shoulders. Okay? So it's time to breathe and relax. Know that you are taken care of. Know that you can trust what is going to happen in the future. You know, there is no problem too big or too small that cannot be solved with love. I mean, that's freaking beautiful. I am ready to be healed. I am willing to forgive. And that's it. That forgiveness is key. That's what releases all of that negativity, all of that you've been carrying on your shoulders. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of situations, people, places, things. This is how we all of a sudden, we are not carrying the weight of the world. You have released it. And we aren't taking that dead weight with us to our new beginning. Oh, God. Okay. After that, I gotta go. What are they doing? They're getting crazy. Every day I choose to send loving, healing energy to the planet. What I do with my mind does make a difference. And that's it. You are now choosing, instead of holding animosity, instead of holding pain, instead of sending that back out, you're now sending that healing energy. Because what did we say earlier about, you know, when you choose to heal your shadow, you bring light to the world. You know, you're choosing to heal so that you project light, which is gorgeous energy. I am incredibly capable. Whenever I encounter a challenge in my life, I use the experience to learn and grow. And that's it. Anytime you have difficulties, it is your choice in how you look at it. Is this going to ruin my day? Is this going to ruin my life? Is this, you know, we have to look at it in a way of, thank you, I needed that. You know, thank God, thank the angels, thank the universe, thank you for that challenge, because I needed that. I needed that kick in the booty, you know. Oh, I was headed in the wrong direction. Thanks for that. You know, I mean, it opens your eyes to see things in a different way. My life gets more fabulous every day. I look forward to what each new hour brings. And that's it. Your miracles multiple times a day, because you're choosing to look at everything as a blessing. I am free and at peace. That's right, because you're releasing all that stress, all of the tension, all of the things you've been holding. I move through life knowing that I am safe, divinely protected, and guided. And that's where I am ready to be healed. I'm willing to forgive. All is well. Like, how freaking beautiful is that? That's beautiful energy. All right, kids, I gotta go to bed. I'm getting sleepy. I will try. I think I get done early tomorrow, so I'll try and hop on live. I may have a meeting that I may need to go to, so I will play it by ear. Okay. I will let you guys know though, hopefully in advance. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If ever anyone wants to book anything, you're welcome to email me. You can also book straight from that Hipsy link that's in the description. But you know, I have other things that I may offer that I couldn't really put into words. So anywho, if anybody needs anything, reach out. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I love you. Bye.